Watching movies and dying inside. Watching movies and dying.
Hi there, gang, and welcome back to Watching Movies and Dying Inside. Previously, I watched the Basket Case Trilogy, a series of films written and directed by Frank Henenlotter. It began with 1982's Basket Case and its 1990 and 91 sequels. It was about a guy named Duane and his formerly conjoined twin Belial, who was basically a head with hands. It was kind of like a horror film, kinda, but they leaned into more of the absurdity in the sequels. None of the films were really great, but, they each had something that kind of made them interesting in their own way. Anyway, without further ado, on with the show.
Watching movies and dying inside. Watching movies and dying inside.
Hi there, gang, and welcome back to Watching Movies and Dying Inside. Today we're going to be looking at 1982's Basket Case, written and directed by Frank Henenlotter. I had heard about this film as one of those kind of high-concept 80s gory horror movies about a guy who lives with his formerly conjoined twin brother who is kind of deformed and is kept in a basket. So the title Basket Case, it works on several levels. Two, I suppose. So I don't know a lot about it besides. I know that there were two sequels, at least. I think there were only two. I don't really know what to expect, but I'm assuming that the twin brother, the Basket Case, murders a lot of people. I'm going in pretty cold, but, optimistic it's going to be kind of fun. So let's dive on in and hope for the best.
Watching movies and dying inside.
So, was that the brother who killed that guy? Because that guy can fit in a basket, but that hand was humongous. Then again, he could just be a very small guy with humongous hands.
I'd like a room.
For how long?
I'm not sure.
A couple of hours? A couple of years? What? Give me a hint.
A few days.
Whoa. Why is everyone being so mean to this guy?
For Christ's sake, shut up and let me get some sleep!
So, if I'm able to follow this movie, because it's strange. Guy and his brother, who he keeps in a padlocked basket, checked into a sleazy hotel, and they ate a whole bunch of hamburgers, and then they try to get a good night's sleep, but the formerly conjoined twin, who is in the basket, kept communicating with his brother telepathically. That's what I understand so far. Yo. Ugh. I feel like they're probably gonna wait until, the last act of the film to really reveal that, it's his conjoined twin brother in the basket. Which would be fine if the description for the film did not reveal all of that, And does Basket Case have a name? Because I don't mind calling him Basket Case, but he's got to have a real name. Oh, geez, Louise. Okay. Whoa. Okay, here we go.
Listen, I don't know how long I'll be, but if you get tired of watching TV, I also got your paper. See you later.
I feel like that's on Duane. He should have put the TV on a channel before leaving instead of leaving it on static because, you know. Okay, maybe they should have held off on showing so much of Basket Case.
I'm not deserting you. I just wanted some time for myself. Look.
So, if Basket Case can communicate with his brother in full sentences, but he can't talk, why does he just seem so kind of erratic and animalistic? Or is it like his brother's interpretation of what he's, like these kind of base, practically reptilian kind of thoughts? Are they being interpreted in these kind of full sentences by the brother? Because you can like feel what he's saying? Or should I probably expect none of this to be explained satisfactorily and to just not think too much on it and just go with it? Probably.
I'm a sorter.
A sort of what?
No, a letter sorter. I sort mail.
You're a mailman? That's great. I've been dying to ask you.
I don't know why I was laughing, but
My brother.
Is that you, Belial?
I guess Basket Case has a name.
I'm not going to ask you what really happened. I know that you and your brother have gone through hell. Everyone thinks Belial is dead now, and we'll let...
Belial. Oh. Okay, so Belial snuck into the room of one of the people living on Duane's floor in the hotel, and he frightened her half to death and then took her underpants. I think this movie's killing me. Ugh. It's just even when something's happening, it still feels like nothing is happening. This movie really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Oh boy. Okay, so that was Basket Case. It had my attention and curiosity peaked for the first half hour. And the first time you did see Belial, the Basket Case, it was like shocking. But then a little more than halfway in, when they did the extended flashback that filled in all of the blanks, you saw like there was no more mystery. And you knew exactly where the film was going to go, what was going to happen, and there were no more surprises. So anyway, that was Basket Case. If you haven't seen it, you're probably fine, just, you know.
Watching movies and dying inside. Watching movies and dying inside.
Hi there, gang, and welcome back to Watching Movies and Dying Inside. Today we're looking at 1990's Basket Case 2, written and directed by Frank Henenlotter. A little while ago I watched the first Basket Case, which was about a young man named Duane and his formerly conjoined twin brother Belial, who he kept in a basket, hence the title. Now you're probably thinking, what kind of basket? How big was it? Regular picnic basket size, because Belial was basically a head with giant hands. And also Belial killed a lot of people. I think it was the people who surgically detached the two brothers and they were out for revenge. I think they died at the end. Anywho, Duane is back in this. It's the same actor. That's about all I really know about the film, that they're both back and that the actor playing Duane has a pretty normal looking haircut, as opposed to the first Basket Case when he had all of the hair. Not really sure what to expect, so let's just dive on in and hope for the best.
Watching movies and dying inside.
Oh, geez.
Small, twisted deformity, whose most startling feature is an unnervingly human face. A face that strongly resembles the young man who fell from the Hotel Broslin.
I don't know if they really look that much alike. There might be a passing resemblance between the two, but I mean, I don't see it. The effects on Belial are, a real improvement over the first film.
No big deal. Let me check on this. I help you out. You help me out. We agree?
No, this ain't good. No, this will just get me all depressed and angry. Is that what you want? You want me to get real mad?
Maybe he should be less mad and do his job a little better. They're making noise and are very noticeable.
Are we going to bring any outsiders in on this?
No, don't want to risk it. I'll tend to their wounds myself. Be safer that way.
What was that? This,
An underdeveloped body. He was abandoned by...
Okay, this is not where I was expecting the sequel to go. Like, not at all.
Would you, Lorenzo?
Dai campi, dai prate, che non dal...
And the first to offer comfort and help when one of our family needs it.
This all seems very nice and pleasant right now, but there's something really sinister about that lady that I feel like there's going to be a turn.
Perhaps you might help her. Look after her. Let her know she has a friend.
Okay, I guess Belial's going to get a love interest in this film. So, good for Belial.
And I'm doing a story on the Bradley twins.
Yeah. I got one of them.
What? Say that again?
I said I got the monster one here right now.
And this is your ad?
Yes, it is, but we're closed now and...
Oh, please, I've driven such a long way.
Well, All right, since I gotta wait up for someone else anyway, the tent's around back. I'll show you. You're in for a big surprise.
So, is she there to kill this guy for pretending that he has Belial in his Mysteries of Nature exhibit? Because the timing is very convenient that she would go right when the reporter is coming there to investigate. But I guess the reporter has to catch up with Duane and Belial somehow, so I'm assuming it starts with Granny Ruth killing this guy. Yeah, this guy's dead. I'm not smiling because of that. I'm smiling just because. Yeah, that was very convenient timing.
You miss him and need him and yet hate him at the same time. I understand your pain, but ripping the faces off people may not be in your best interest.
That's sound advice. You know.
I've never had anyone like you who's cared for me, who's helped me.
Well, you've always had your brother.
Yeah, right, but it's kind of different now.
Wait, these two have a relationship? Because that's Granny's granddaughter. It seems like Duane is really into her, but I don't think they've interacted prior to this scene. Okay, but I guess he's really into her.
Yeah, I think I do love her. And I think she loves me. You got a problem with that? Good.
I feel like they probably could have spent a little more time building up that relationship. Plus, that weird carnival barker guy has had more screen time than this girl.
There's nothing here that could interest you, Miss Elliot.
Oh.
Michael, you startled us. Michael lives in the neighborhood. He often runs errands for us.
Oh. This reporter's whole storyline just depends on her having just the best luck with timing. She just happens to go to that guy's carnival right after he's murdered, and then shows up at the house right when Duane happens to walk in holding the basket.
We must either run and find a new place to hide, or we fight. I know there are those among you who are either incapable of physical confrontation or who are philosophically opposed to it.
What's this lady's deal? Why is she so intense and aggressive about all this? I appreciate the fact that she's given a home for these people. This is weird. And what's with the robe? This movie is really strange and really weird and really, really over the top and exaggerated, but I don't think I'm feeling it. Some of the character stuff is working. The stuff with Duane, the stuff with Belial, they're giving Belial a little bit more screen time. Duane wanting to get on with his life, his conflict with Belial, but some of the turns in the story and the Granny character are just too much, really not working for me.
And maybe not. Let's make a vote.
Duane, sit down. Don't be a fool. Somebody may...
How How did he not notice all of the people wearing hats and humongous masks? Now, I grant I wasn't paying super close attention to the people sitting at the bar, but they were not there when he walked in. Seems like it should be easier to fight off someone that appears to weigh at least like 15 pounds.
Hey. What's in the basket?
I think this movie might be killing me. There's a lot of strange stuff in here that feels a little strange just for the sake of being strange, but it just really doesn't have much of a story. Like, the characters are still pretty surface level, and even when it seems like there might be a little more to them, there isn't. Of all the things you could have done for the sequel, this is unexpected. But, and I mean, the effects and the makeup are very impressive. Yeah, there's just not really much else to kind of glom onto. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but I'm probably gonna blur it out anyway. But yeah, Belial and girl Belial are, you know,
I'm pregnant. I've been pregnant for the past 6 years.
yeah, having a
We tried to take him out, but he doesn't want to.
having a wild time.
Taking care of me until he's ready to be born. God's sake, Duane!
Leave me alone!
Where's Susan?
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, right. He barely touched her. And she went flying and landed right on the picnic table. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Anything that went before doesn't matter. This is the only way to make things right again.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I probably should have guessed that this is where it was going.
It's okay. We're together again.
Okay. Okay. That was Basket Case 2. I was kind of on board for about the first half. There was stuff that kind of felt like, okay, it's you know, setting up all these different things, building up towards some big finish, but the plot with the reporter went nowhere. The plot with Granny was kind of half-baked. The other people in the house were really... They weren't even really characters. They were just like a practical visual effects showcase. The little bit they did with Belial, actually exploring that character a little more, that was probably my favorite part of the film, and it was such a minuscule part of the overall runtime that I don't know, it feels like a missed opportunity. I don't know how interested I am really in seeing where the story of Duane and Belial goes, but I mean, you know, I'm 2 films in now, might as well finish it. I was far from enamored with the first film, but honestly, I very much preferred it to this. That was Basket Case 2.
Watching movies and dying inside. Watching movies and dying inside.
Hi there, gang, and welcome back to Watching Movies and Dying Inside. Today we're going to be looking at 1991's Basket Case 3, The Progeny, co-written and directed by Frank Henenlotter. So, someone's having a baby. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the gal Belial got with in Basket Case 2, who was kind of like a female Belial. That's kind of strange. I wouldn't have guessed Belial was anatomically correct, but this is the final installment, so we're going to see how definitive it is, what happens to Duane and Belial in the end. But anyway, without further ado, I guess we're going to dive on in and hope for the best.
Watching movies and dying inside.
Okay, I'm probably going to blur what's going on, but it's Belial who, as noted, is a head with hands, doing it with another head with hands. How they're doing it? You know, life finds a way. I really wonder what you would be thinking if this was the first Basket Case film you saw. Yeah, I can't imagine this would make any sense at all.
Cedric, I see you brought your lettuce. What have we here?
It's free.
I guess that guy really likes lettuce. I wonder if Eve, Belial's girlfriend, is going to give birth to like another Belial or just a regular human baby. I'm actually kind of curious about that.
'Cause you've got
I'm not going to lie, the movie's losing me. I'm hoping this is the only musical number.
That's it, careful. Hold it. She's beginning to leak.
Oh, what the heck? That was a lot of water.
Calm down. Push. Breathe in and...
How does Belial work? Because he was communicating with Duane, seemingly in like full sentences. But he's also like, seems like he has the temperament of like a dog, where it's very basic emotions. He saw a doctor and went nuts and killed him. It seems like when they communicate with him, he's communicating complex thoughts. I don't think it's ever going to make sense.
Back from where?
I can't tell you. I'm afraid.
Afraid of what? Afraid of me?
You'll hate me if I tell you.
This is kind of consistent, though, with the other films. Duane meeting an attractive woman and falling right in love. Okay, where are all these babies coming from? Because she, like, when her water broke, she flooded the bus, but she still had enough room for 5 babies?
This is number 8, lay him straight. You're doing a pat the head. She's shredding. Number 9, my Valentine. My God, make them a hat. This is the most... I need an ammonia inhalant.
I'm surprised there's still any scenery left after it's been chewed up so thoroughly.
You deserve an Alvarian ovation of the highest order! Yes! Yes!
Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May.
Okay, so apparently Belial's head is full of thoughts about beautiful topless women quoting Shakespeare. I definitely wouldn't have guessed that.
Oh, hell. What's that? Jesus, God. There he is. There he is. Shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot him.
Oh.
You think they heard that? Get the hell out of here!
Oh, these guys. They shot, possibly killed Eve, Belial's lady, and then stole the babies.
What are you doing?
And I know how to handle animals like you.
Why are so many women into this guy? I mean, yeah, outlaws are sexy as hell, but... You know, really?
He'll make just the cutest little pet, don't you think?
What? Pet? No!
You know, sit up, roll over, play dead.
That's not a pet! That's my nephew!
This movie is very, very silly.
Jesus God!
I don't think eyes work that way.
Oh, dear sweet Jesus, Lord.
Okay, why wouldn't that guy run if he was too scared to shoot? Oh. Oh! See, I don't mind gore and silliness and silly gore, but just characters acting illogically for no other reason than it's convenient for the plot or for them to die gruesomely, that takes me out of a movie.
Deluxe cheeseburgers, 17 double cheeseburgers, 14 chili cheeseburgers, 19 bacon cheeseburgers, 40 super burgers.
Is that the lady from the first one? That's ridiculous that he didn't hear that. Okay, that was Basket Case 3. It was an improvement on Basket Case 2, in that it was more focused. Felt like the different plot threads were all headed in the same direction, and they came together with, you know, some kind of payoff instead of kind of being dead ends or filler. I don't even know if I really thought that highly of the first one, but comparatively it was the best of the three. Granny Ruth, I guess there was supposed to be a joke about her being really chipper and upbeat, but also really weird and intense that just did not work for me. Belial, it was hard to take him seriously or root for him when he was essentially the main character but had zero character. But yeah, that concludes the 1982 to 1991 Basket Case Trilogy. If you were going to watch any of them, stick with the first. So that was Basket Case 3, The Progeny.